If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Okay, so yesterday we started JavaScript and what? Okay, let's open this folder. So today we are going to finish the control statement. Okay, and then function. Let's see how much we can finish. So this part C, part B, and part A. Okay, so and this, see here, we almost finished here this thing from introduction to JavaScript, data type, operator, strings till here, correct? Hello, I'm audible.
Yes.
So till here we almost finished, and we have to finish this event and this thing. Variable scope we already discussed, but we'll discuss in detail when we work with the functions, right? Then next thing is we have to do this here. Agenda is see again variable scope, array, if else if, and then while loop, for loop, and then here form and form values, form validations. So what we do today, we are going to finish this variable scope, right? All conditional thing here, array and function. Why this? Because see, when we are creating a function, so sometimes we have to write all these things, and when we are go through this arrays, so we need loop and all, right? So let's start with conditional statement. First, these two things, and then we'll come to array and then functions. It's clear?
Yes.
Or if you won't first finish this function, we can finish it. But here we can write a simple function only. Means here I can only explain you, okay, with the function, what we can do. But once we finish this array and all that, so we can pass parameter as a function array also and all. So in details we can do. Okay. So let's go to here. If else if. So see here, this variable scope, I already told you we have two types of variable scope. One is called local variable and second is global variable. Right. What is local and global? In a layman example is, see, whatever things it's available locally in your area, suppose some goods which is only available in some local area, right? So we can say this local variable. Some data is or some goods are available in globally, right? So that's called global variable. Yes or no? So
Yes.
in programming, and the global scope is basically scope of curly brackets. So let's see here. If I declare some variable, let's close. Variable scope dot js. Let's create var x equals to 10, right? So this is the simple normal variable. Right now we can say this is a normal variable. Scope is because if you whatever we are doing here, accordingly the scope will define. So now here I'm creating a function. And what is function now? Function is nothing. It's a group of statement which perform some task and return some value. Or sometime it won't return, but it will perform some group of statement and give you the desired result. So that's called function, right? So how to define a function? So for function here in JavaScript, we have to write function and function name. So suppose here function name is testing. Now here I'm not passing any parameter right now. And see here. So we can use a print also. Let's see, I think, yeah. But I've not used long time, so let's check it's working or not. So x and plus x. It won't printing here because print will print here. So it will print on a so better we do this console.log. Console.log. Okay. Why it's not running? Clear again. Okay. So why it's not running? We did mistake because see this when we are defining a function. So first thing is you have to write a function and then we have to call function. If you want to get the result from the function, so then you have to invoke it, call it, right? So how to call it function? Simply the name of the function testing. So I call this simply, and when I call this function, so it will print value x. See this. Okay, so let's try print also. Because normally we use console.log, yeah, or we are using HTML, so document.print. So, but print is also, yeah, we can print on a terminal. So it's not working. Print is not defined because it's in other language. But I think TypeScript is working. Okay, so see here, this X is a global scope, right? After this also, you can print here console.log print. Yeah, value of X, and you can X here. So this is also get printed. So you can print after this. See this, both are same value. Now here, what I'm doing, I'm declared another variable X equals to 50 here. Then see the result. X is 50 and X 10. So now here it's become local scope because this X is only accessible inside this function, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And this is global. But if I define let, then let X equals to 10. And then here, see this, let X equals to 10, value of X equals to 50. So both are 50. Why? Because here we are using this scope. And if I use here, let X equals to 50, and then say this, local and global scope. Understood? So it's a declaration inside this method or scope. If you don't want to write a method, so you can write out the 2 curly brackets, that's called scope or blocks. So accordingly, it will used. Sometimes it's called function scope, function where parameter variable. If we are declare some variable here inside the function or inside the function parameters, so that's behave differently. So all these are local and global scope. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So before we move on array, so I just wanted to finish this this one, if else and all this thing. Why? Because see, if you want, I can start this array and we finish it. But when we are means evaluating the array, so we need some loops and something, so we can't use this. So that's why. Just give me 1 second. Huh? Just give me 1 sec, please. Okay. So see here, if else, nested if and complex conditions, switch case. You can use all this. So what is it? If, else, and else if, and nesting if. Hello. So what is if else? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Now we are going to use conditional statement, right? So writing comment here only. Okay. Okay. So mostly in programming, what we do, one kind of thing is like sequential, where we can write all the statement and your task is done. So that's called sequential statement. Then we have to check the condition based. So if condition is satisfied, do execute one part of the code. Otherwise, execute another part of the code. So for this, we have a if and then else statement, right? And if else statement is also, we have a multiple types of if else statement where we can use only if part. One is only, you can write a if and expression, or it's called condition, and then statement or whatever task you want to perform. Second thing is if with else, means we can write a true part and false part also. And then third is called if else if, means when we have to check more than once conditions, so that time we can use else if part. After that, we have to use like nested if. So nested if is basically if inside a if. So if inside another if is called nested if. Okay, so let's can we create one program where we can try all 4 types of if else conditions? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So better we'll do that. And what we do, if else demo.js, and here I'm this the value we are asking from, so we're passing and we can use it. Right, later on what we do, same thing, we connect with your our forms and we can use. So what do you want? Can we connect with the forms also? You're directly first, let's understand the if else if, and then we'll connect with the forms, right?
Yeah.
So here function, I'm creating a multiple type of functions where we can pass the parameters also, and we return some values also, right? So first function is function here pass simply, and here we are passing test. So test means where directly average we are passing. So average score. So we don't need to give anything parameter. Average and so right here. So what I'm checking, if see this here, we have to write like this, if then condition. So if AVZ, you just decide some criteria like if AVZ greater than 50%, then we can message pass console.log pass. Simple, right? Nothing else. So what happened in this case, when we call this method and here we pass some value, some value means like suppose I pass here 56. So it will print you passed. Run this. See this, congratulations. Passed.
Yeah. Yes.
But when I pass here like less than 50 or greater than 50, say I'm passing here 50, then it won't show anything. Why? Because I'm not
It's
written
not
this.
written.
Yeah, if not passed, then what happened? Right? Suppose we have a classes every day, right? So we know at 7:30 we have a class, right? If I'm not available, then what happened? So that thing is not mentioned, right? If you are
Yeah.
not available, then what happens? So we don't have a other part, right? Only we have a true part. We don't have a false part. So what we have to write? We have to write the other
Else.
options also. So what I'm doing, I'm just writing same function, but with the different name. Pass, fail, right? So here I'm adding extra thing, simply else console.log, and here
Fail.
try again, just fail. Okay. And now pass, and here I'm using pass fail method, and here also I'm passing 50 only. So see this, what happened? The first method we can't get any answer, but second method we are getting a try again,
Fail.
fail. So understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what I want to do again, if you want, because see we have to cover everything, and here in this module first, this function we have to do event also, right? We already
Yeah.
discussed the variable scope, and we have to, if you see this in B part, so accordingly we have to use say this event HTML also, right? And get element by ID, and these things we already learned last time. So can I do one thing if you interested? So what we do now, we create a small form, that means simple alert method dialog box. From prompt you can ask user to, okay, you enter the value, right? And accordingly, this value we can pass here and we get an alert message, your pass or fail. Try.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm doing now here, because we need a form, so we have to write HTML. Correct? So,
Yeah.
so I'm giving here form event dot html, or we can write a password page. So let's see. We have to start first a structure. So we have a structure now. So in body, what we have to do? Create a form. And here I'm not. I told you I'm not going to create a form. I can use JavaScript code. That thing is called dialog box. And according to using prompt dialog box, we can display here messages, right?
Yeah.
Or alert box also. So here what I'm doing. Okay, every time. Let's write here one div tag. Okay. And for this div tag, I'm doing little bit style also. Style. And here I'm doing nothing, simply div and simply give background color. So we know this box, it will be visible, and color. So text will be brown. And so you start writing this kind of thing. So because all thing, whatever we learn, so all thing in a practice, right? So text, wait, I want bolder. So I have to write use font weight bolder. And I just wanted to increase font size also. So X double X large. That's it, nothing else. Done. And what I have to use here, div ID equals to RES means result, or ANS means answer. Okay. Now here I'm writing script. I can use a previous script also. This is also simply here you can write script source equals to this file name, if else demo JS, and that is script get uh, connected here. But right now I don't want to confuse anything. So that's why I'm writing this one, copying from here and pasting in there. Control C. Okay. So when we call this method, so you have to ask when we are calling a method, so what we have to do?
Pass and then pass fail.
Yes, pass fail. So we have to first prompt. So score equals to prompt enter your score. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I got a score, so I have to call this method. So, but what I'm doing instead of console.log thing, I'm returning the string. So I can print in a that div tag also, right? See here, we can do that differently. So either I can console dot, you can print, you can call alert method also. So here we can write same method. Past. So we can do this thing also, or return also. But see here, it's giving me error. Why? Because in conditions, you have to write a block. If you have a single statement, it's okay. But if you have a multiple statement, then you have to keep it in a block. So same thing, I want to return also. So Control C and C this. And because I want to return a string, so I'm just writing return. Okay, same thing here also. So let's put into just little changes here. Accordingly, what we want. So we alert and return. So when we are writing a return, that means we have to store somewhere. So we have to call here where A or result res. You can declare anything variable. Now we have to call. So pass fail. And here I have to pass score, right? And now when a score get call, so we can change the
Inner
value of
HTML.
div.html here, right?
Yeah.
So what we do for this document dot get element by ID. And what is ID? Answer, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Here, answer and dot
Inner HTML.
inner HTML equals to whatever the value is, res. Right. So this thing is done. Now check. So I hope let's run. Open with live server. See the same thing we are doing with the HTML. So we have to make some change sometimes. So okay. Okay, into your score. Suppose 78. See, congratulations passed. Because console will print in a console, so it won't show you, right? And then say this. Understood?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I check here in inspect, right? So here in console, if you check, so it's a printed here console. See this, congratulations passed.
Yeah.
So that's why. So we can use all these things. If you want to ask from the user, if you don't want to write a prompt, right? So then what we have to do? Again, we have to create a form, right? Sorry, with element. Let's finish this because we are discussing on if else if. So this is pass or fail, right? Now I want to whatever the score, according to score, we have to print a grade. What we have to print? Grade or remarks also. If you want, you can write a grade or some remarks, whatever it is. So for that reason, we need a multiple if else conditions, right? So for this, again, we are creating one more div tag, okay? Or H1 tag, whatever tag you want, because we already written this div tag or CSS. So that's why. So again, I'm using div tag. ID, here grade, so GR. It's okay. Clear? And let's, now I'm not using alert and all that. I can use simple return. So that will be okay, right? For you. So now let's set some criteria. So suppose greater than 90, then A means between 80 to 90, then B 7 to 80, C 60 to 70, it's a D, right? Then 50, then F, otherwise below 50 is failed, correct?
Yes.
So let's start writing. So here, what I'm writing now, if average greater than equals to 90, I'm removing all this thing. And here, grade A. Again, same thing. If you want to print remarks like excellent or good, very good. So you can write like with this also, right? So if you want, then we can do this. Otherwise, it's okay. Else, again, I'm not writing all these things. So if else, if not greater than 90, then again, you have to check the condition if AVG greater than 8. And again, same thing. So I'm removing this and it's grade P. So same thing, we have to check again. See here we can write this condition in a two different way. This is a very process oriented, optimized way. Otherwise, if you go down to up like less than 50, then these things will show you that thing also. But that is more time consuming and a little bit means difficult also. So it's a 80, then here I can change 70. So it's a C. Then we'll do here 60. It's a D. If you want to go below 50, then it's okay. Otherwise, means 60, between 50 to 60. So then here I can write a greater than 50 to 60. F or so now we don't need to this condition, only simply fail. Okay. And we have to change the name of function also. So my function name is here grade. Okay. Right. So let's call grade again here. So same thing we have to write again. So I'm copying this from here. And function name is grade. So I'm writing here, calling grade function. And then this ID is GR, right? And I store in result is GRA. So just take care of your all variables. So I hope it's done.
Yes.
Okay, so let's run it again. Okay, so let's start with 95. Okay, So congratulations fast. Okay, in first we have a lot. So see this, congratulations passed and grade A. Because here I used both div tag and div color, and font is similar. So that's why it looks only one div tag. But if you put border, then it will give you the two div tag, and BR between div tag, then right. So I've not used any BR or anything between this div tag. So that's why. Okay. BR and BR. Okay. Now, see, I'm giving here score below 80. So 75. So see this, passed and grade C.
Yeah.
Refresh below between 60. So 62. See this. So D. And here I'm giving till 51, it will give you F, because between 50 to 60. So see this. Now below 50, so 49, failed. Try again, failed. See this? And here failed. Correct?
Yeah.
But same thing we can do with the different way also. And why I want to write the different code, because here you know the logical operator also, because I told you the logical operator and or not, but we have not applied anywhere, right? So see this here. But what we have to do, we have to write this thing again in a different way. So I don't want to change anything here. So just make it comment, so we can reuse it. And I'm copying this code, and we can write, because I have to change some code. So that's why. And don't want to change method name, because if I change the method names, we have to make changes here. So that's why. So let's do. I'm starting from the lower one. Lower value means if less than 50. So if less than 50, because 50 grade 50 or 50 greater than 50. So here grade is fail. See this, it's going opposite only. If I write like this, so if you greater than 50, then I'm writing here greater than equals to 50. Then it will be F, right? Then greater than equals to 60. So it will be D. If greater than equals to 70, then it will be
C.
80, then it will be
B.
B, and otherwise
A.
A. Okay, so save this most, go to here. Now give this, suppose I'm giving 55. Fast, not any grade. By X. Yes, printing fail, but why not a grade? Okay, so let's repeat one more time. So here's 80. So see this, congratulations passed, and it's a F. Why F? Because I given here score 80, right? And it's still it's giving me F. According to 80, the grade is B, right? So why it's a printing F? Because see this condition, if you go through the condition less than 50, it's okay. But when we go to the greater than equals to 50, so 80 is greater than equals to 50. Condition satisfied?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So this condition satisfied. So all condition, whatever the number you are entering, like 50, 60, 90, whatever, so all are greater than 50. So every condition stopped here only. So then what we have to do? We have to put the limitations, right? So limitations is and ABZ less than
60.
60. So again, then 55, between 50 to 60 will work here. Again, here also you have to give this condition. Right. ABZ less than 70. Here also. And ABZ less than
80.
80. ABC less than 90. So see here, the two thing is because it's a process from here top to bottom, so it will check multiple conditions, right? And multiple conditions also we have to check two conditions. So it will take more process time and code is also a little bit complex. Yes or no? So
Yes.
that's a different working. It's same. If you give here now, see this, I'm giving 75. So see this is giving me F. Okay, because 70 to 80 is F. Why again is giving me F? 75, na? So, okay, greater than 50 and average less than 60. Yes. It will stop here only. Okay, check. Go to here. Just press. Now 75. Yeah, now it's giving you grade C. Right. So understood? So here
Yes.
I already use all different types of if else if. Clear? So here I hope you understood this what is called. See, now we are using this element by ID also, and I used all types of loop. Right? Same
Yeah.
loop will write with the switch case also, and that will be very easier because the switch case is almost similar than if else if, nested if else if, right? That's if else if. So why the only difference between if else if and switch case is the equality, because if switch case work on equality and if else if work on a all means equality also, but conditional operator. In switch case, we can't use any conditional operator, right? In switch case, we can use in JavaScript, we can use all means numbers also, and what is called the string also. But other languages only integer allowed, means fractional values not allowed, right? So
Yeah.
if you want to write the same thing in using switch case, right? So again, I think I have already copied this one. So here I'm writing this one using switch case. And I have to delete all, so I don't need all this. Okay. So what is the format of switch is? We have to write switch. Here you have to pass the value.
Great.
So average, right?
Average.
And inside this, we have to write case. So what is case? What we have to match? Because see here, we don't have any conditions thing or anything here. So you have to use some logic here because you can write here greater than 80 or lesser than 90 and anything, right? So
Yeah.
we can do in a different manner in the sense that we can use some arithmetic operator and use it. So see this, I'm using here average mod 10. So what we get average mod 10? Suppose my average is 90.
Yeah.
Right. So 90
0.
divided by 10. Oh, divide by 10. Sorry, not mod. Okay. So divide by. So what we get? 9. So 9 means pointer 9. So 90s, right?
Yeah.
So like this, we can use key. Okay. So score 9, then divide by 80s, then all. So accordingly.
Yeah.
Or we can use like this also. Ki if better equality, we have to check. So, okay. So what we do here, let's here where anything S equals to AVG divided by 10. Right?
Yeah.
And here we are passing, this will be better, S. And here we can check if average is 10. Right? Case 10. Suppose
Yeah.
100. So case will be 10.
Yeah.
So here we can write, you can declare also, or you can print also. If you want to return, then we have to assign some value. So you just declare one variable here, like I'm creating a variable where gr for grade equals to something, or directly we can, I'm a empty string, right? And here I'm giving gr equals to a plus. Okay, and after that, you have to write a break. Similarly, we have to write a multiple case. So I'm just copying this, Control C here, because I don't want to write. See this? We'll arrange, don't worry. Okay. So that's okay. So we need only till 5, right? So 10, 9, 8 means between 80 and here 7, 6 and 5.
Yeah.
And
Default
here. So this become default. Okay. So here fail. F D C and here B and here A, simply, right? My function name is already grade is given here, and let's see this is also grade. So again, it will be confusion. So let's do one thing. I'm making this comment also, right? Because all in same file, a single file, so you can easily use it. If you want, will drop this file in your chat, okay, for reference. So now save this, and can I use it? So I stopped. Let's with the live server. So see here again, I'm using suppose 100. Congratulations, passed. See this here. It's a printing undefined. Why undefined? Why undefined? GR. Oh. What we did, we have not returned anything, right?
Yeah.
So we have to return GR.
GR.
Yes. So sometimes it happens. It's my bad. Okay. So now again, 100. Again, we got undefined because we have to refresh it. Suppose 90. With this A. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
using switch case also working. So A plus. Correct?
Yeah.
So today we already finished all switch case because see these topics are, if you start in one looping, so it will take simple. Here I haven't did anything, only in a single example I am explaining. So it will take 1 hour. So when we go in a details and means multiple types of question, so here we finished all, means this thing, if else, nesting, complex, condition and switch, right? Tomorrow we'll try to finish while loop, and along with this we are using the other topics also, means we finish this functions also and variable scope also. Clear?
Yeah.
So from here, this one means first part, you also go through this. So see, we finished almost string, functions and all. You can review by. Okay. So from here, we check, we used almost. Let's see here, there's a function and all what is here. This thing we already experienced and we are using in our examples, all operators. Here I used not and operator. Similarly, we can use or operator, type of, instance of. See, this is string we already finished. And here, this also. Event is only left. So tomorrow we'll work with the form also, and then we'll start event. So function, see this function name, parameters, and we used already function with the return local variable when it is invoked. So we pass the function argument. So all thing is done. Right. When an event occur, when it is invoked. So normally simply we did when is invoked on buttons. We'll do tomorrow. Definitely what we do tomorrow, we'll create a form and then we use all this, right? So from here, we already finished everything. From B part, I wanted to start array also, but okay. So today we finish variable scope and this thing completely, right? All are simply object property and method is a function only. So whatever the function related with this objects like array and whatever object we create. So now here we don't, it will take more time. So tomorrow directly, I'm going to explain you loops, all types of loops, array, and then in that loops and array, we can use forms also. So we know how to apply it. Like today we created HTML forms. Correct? Not forms, but we are getting data from user. Okay? Yes. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. Pramod.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow. So we'll meet tomorrow. Till then, take care.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.